It's Pisces and Clue in the morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome back to the pregame. It's your girl Pie and my boo Clue.
What to do, what to do, what to do. Thank y'all so much for coming back. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for liking, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff on all of our stuff. The YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the X, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and jump right into this topic.
Yes.
So we were watching the news in the morning, right? We watch the news and we listen to all these talks about the economy and all these talks about how the economy is booming and there's all these jobs being added back into the economy. I just want to ask somebody, are we the only Americans that are not necessarily seeing these absorbent amount of jobs being put out there? Because it seems like it is so difficult to stay motivated in the job market right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've been in the job market, realistically for about 6 months now, and it's pretty bleak for, essentially a career professional who doesn't want to just go take up something else random and different just for the sake of it being a job.
Yeah. And for those individuals who are with their company and realize that the longer you work for a company, the less you actually get paid. They hire people in at higher rates. I mean it's
Which is crazy.
demoralizing.
Yeah. That's a word. Because what? Again, like I said, it's just been so hard to remain motivated in the job search or in the job market. And, I've looked at so many different things, and I'm just gonna go through the things because this is something that, once again, I say it's hard, but it's something that I have to find every single day because I'm still doing it, right. Looking at all these different platforms, whether it's the Indeeds, the Glassdoors, the LinkedIn and stuff like that, and you're putting your stuff out there and you're moving it around. You just not getting a lot of responses. Not even, you're sending the email, you send the application. You might get the email saying that they received it, but that's it.
And then companies are brushing through these resumes with, their AI technology and then siphoning off the viable candidates, holding them hostage in the you don't know what's going on realm for literally months at a time while the requisitions remain open and people continue to apply for them.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget the headhunters that they've also employed. They employ the agency that has the headhunters, and now they're reaching out to you saying that, oh, your resume fits this, not knowing that you've already applied for the job. You just haven't gotten reached out for. It's demoralizing, and it's downright. It just pisses me off sometimes.
It's literally insulting.
Infuriating is the word I was looking for.
While the government boasts about the added jobs to the economy, despite the fact that most of them do not pay a living wage.
And that's what I was going to lead into, this whole leading job thing. What I realized is that, shout out to the McDonald's that they're building down the street. Shout out to the Dutch Bros. Shout out to the 5 quack duck washes that they have within a 2-mile radius of our house. But I'm sorry, those jobs are not gonna pay enough for you to live to have a living wage. Excuse me. And anybody who wants to have this argument about fast food workers not being paid more, fast food workers deal with everybody from homeless people all the way up to presidents of America, serving them, making sure that y'all get y'all's nasty asses on in the hands of those food. However, y'all feel like it's such an issue to pay them more. And then they have to fight for $15 an hour. They fight for $20 an hour. But you're not even realizing that the areas that they're fighting for that amount of money, it's still a drop in the bucket compared to what they actually have to come up with just to be able to keep their heads up.
So how do you remain successful and motivated in these types of job markets? And for you HR professionals out there, what is the thing that...
Give us the secret sauce.
Or at least motivates people to continue to apply and pursue, because we're not even collectively, like, it's on LinkedIn all the time. People literally do not call back. There's a posting for my company 12 different times in the thing. I was like, we're hiring for this, we're hiring for that, and people were like, I applied 3 months ago, never heard anything back.
Never heard anything.
So it's not just, it's a widespread issue. And how do you remain motivated in that job market?
You know, for me, and this is just me personally, I'm the type of person that if I'm in an environment and I choose to stay in that environment, I must figure out a way to be okay. I have no choice. That's my motto. You're gonna be okay. You have no other choice. So if I'm gonna remain in a place where the job market is like that, then if that's where I'm choosing to stay right now, then that's the game that I essentially have to play. And the moment that I decide to give up, or the moment that I have a thought about giving up, is the moment that there's literally that one job that I could have clicked on and applied for is looking for somebody just like me. Now, it sucks because this is really hard to say, because this plays against everything in my entrepreneurial brain. Everything in my brain makes me be like, oh man, like, why are you doing this? But when it comes down to providing for my family, and just simply providing for my family, that's what keeps me the most motivated, because we have to be okay. And sometimes that's a trap I feel like most of us fall in. That's when they end up doing the McDonald's. And there's nothing wrong with those jobs. I want to make that very clear. We just know that it's still, unfortunately, not enough.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think the one thing that I try to do is not be a gatekeeper. Last night I was having a conversation with my sister, and she was mentioning that one of her colleagues was looking to leave their firm or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I just saw this on LinkedIn. Like, we can be our number one resources for putting people into their next best situation. You can help your friends pivot. You can refer people. That is like
it doesn't have to be something for you on the other end either.
Right. It's how you build community. And then people remember, and then like it's a cycle of thinking. So for me, I'm just like, there's a lot of things that I don't know. There are a lot of trades that I can't do. Like, just mentally, I'm not going to say I can't, but I have no interest in learning how. So, like, I can't do it, right? But that doesn't mean that keeping my ear to the ground and finding out that information, it can't help somebody else. For me, my purpose is to be of use to other people. So, like, it comes full circle, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest thing. Like, you know, I always try to carry the same mindset, helping other people out. If I see something that something that's literally specifically somebody, I'll send it to my homies. Know that I'll send things being like, yo, this looks like you might like this,
just like
you know what I'm saying, type shit. But you know, that's really one of the biggest ways, family motivation and helping. One of the, helping other people, word of mouth, actually talking to other people.
Yes.
And, for us, the younger ones out here, I would say from the ages of, the ages of 42 and down. Random. I know I stopped at 42.
Well, it's because, like, there are some protections for workers that are over 40, so it totally makes sense.
But I was just talking specifically about this generation, or the generation I fall in, right?
Yeah.
Don't trip what these older people are saying, that we're moving around jobs too much, we're doing all this. I don't want to end on that. We're moving around jobs too much because, for one, we don't have the same job security that they used to. We're the factories ain't been around in how long? Since we've been alive, right? So just do your thing. Go be happy. Move where you're happy. And, keep applying. The worst that they can say to you is no.
Right.
That's the very worst they can say to you. Or nothing at all.
Yeah. Silence is an answer, okay?
So, talk about it.
You're going to hear no more than you hear yes. So you should get comfortable with it and pivot, baby.
Yeah, pivot. Pivot. And also, if you have a disability, do not be afraid to admit that you have a disability, because if you don't say that you do and then your disability starts to aggravate you later after you've been hired, it might be a little bit more difficult to try to get recommend accommodations because you didn't put that out there from the beginning. But anyways, thank y'all so much for tapping in with us. We really appreciate y'all. You can follow me at Cluedadon, KLUEDADON _ on Instagram, and on TikTok at KLUE.PI.
Yeah, and you can find me on all of the things. It's Pisces Princess, PISCES PRNSS. I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank y'all so much. And it's Pisces and Clue in the morning.
It's so good.
Yeah.